Silicon Valley is the quintessential hub when it comes to tech success and opportunities for aspiring entrepreneurs. Only a few know its history, but this area between San Jose, California, and San Francisco has spawned numerous pioneers that introduced innovations dating back to the 1940s. Everything started when Stanford professor, academic administrator, and dean of engineering Frederick Terman encouraged his faculty to create their own companies via the Stanford Industrial Park. From being the birthplace of the transistor and the central hub for space electronics to today's home of startup incubators, Silicon Valley continues to carve out the tenets of entrepreneurial excellence, thanks to the community of trailblazers that built it. Below are 5 of the most important individuals and top tech entrepreneurs that helped make Silicon Valley what it is today. Daniel Ek, Spotify. Who could have ever imagined that music lovers would have their favorite songs on demand and ready to play with just a few taps on their portable devices for a small fee? Thanks to billionaire Daniel Ek, Spotify is today's iteration of the jukebox and is enjoyed by over 170 million active users daily. The vision to offer a low-cost solution against online music piracy came later. However, Ek's foray into tech started at the tender age of 13 when he earned his first few $100 making websites for clients at home. His entrepreneurial nature prompted him to hire classmates to help with the work and, soon, he earned over $50,000 per month at the age of 18. Aside from Spotify, Ek has also served in senior positions for tech companies Tradera, Stardoll, Advertigo, and uTorrent. It might seem ironic that Ek positioned Spotify as a solution to counter music piracy after working for peer-to-peer sharing site uTorrent. Still, he somehow personifies Silicon Valley's entrepreneurial nature to perfection. One thing we can learn from Ek is how the sum of a company is measured by the problems it can solve. The music streaming app's current market value is $23.88 billion. Brian Chesky, Airbnb, one Silicon Valley icon who focused on making travel more accessible for us, is Airbnb co-founder and CEO Brian Chesky. Since 2007, the online travel site and its app have made it possible for travel hosts to accommodate visitors worldwide, changing how modern hospitality works. Now based in Europe, Chesky's leadership allowed Airbnb to secure seed funding in 2008 via the Y Combinator startup accelerator and increase the company's value to $20 billion within just 7 years. Chesky's digital solutions earned himself accolades from Time magazine, which named him among 2015's most influential people, and the Forbes list for the wealthiest entrepreneurs below 40 in the US. Steve Jobs, Apple. If asked for a top-of-mind name that one associates with Silicon Valley, the late Apple founder and CEO Steve Jobs is likely to be it. Credited for being the brains behind multiple innovations that include Macintosh computers, iPod, iPhone, and iPad, Jobs showcased to entrepreneurs the importance of design, functionality, and convenience via his products that the world has come to know today. One of his most enduring quotes highlights the importance of connecting experiences with creativity and how both synthesize into new things. His unique mindset soon enabled him to branch out into other potential tech territories. Jobs was also instrumental in developing Pixar Animation Studios, investing more than $50 million out of his own pocket to inspire hundreds of animators to pursue their visions for modern animated films. In October 2011, Jobs succumbed to pancreatic cancer in Palo Alto but left behind a Silicon Valley legacy that not many can match. And Wojcicki, 23andMe, both the company and its CEO may not be household names, but in Silicon Valley, and Wojcicki and 23andMe have helped millions discover their true selves through the magic of genomics. Launched in 2006 with her co-founders Linda Avey and Paul Cosenza, the company initially faced multiple challenges, particularly against the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, which labeled its process as lacking analytical or clinical validation. Believing that our environment can greatly influence outcomes, Wojcicki developed the determination that allowed 23andMe to secure its coveted authorization to operate after 2 years. Experts finally recognized the company's worth in identifying users' diseases via DNA tests and tracing ancestral footprints. Now focused on fertility and other health solutions through its partnership with women's biotech company Cellmedix Incorporated, 23andMe expanded to marketing test kits that can detect certain types of cancers, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and celiac disease to help more patients. For her efforts, Wojcicki was named the most daring CEO by Fast Company Business magazine in 2013 and ranked number 93 in the Forbes list of the world's 100 most powerful women in 2020. Mark Zuckerberg, Meta. Many know him as the algorithm genius who outsmarted the Winklevoss twins and his business partner Eduardo Saverin out of Facebook in Aaron Sorkin's 2010 blockbuster The Social Network. To a few trolls, he is an AI-generated robot. Regardless of how people perceive Mark Zuckerberg, he stands out as one of the pioneers of social media, a trailblazer who introduced billions to Facebook and hundreds of millions to Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. His penchant to break things in order to move fast enough to create innovations quickly paid off. After leaving Harvard during his sophomore year to troubleshoot his site, Zuckerberg eventually conquered the digital space and continues to be a significant player in tech and politics. Having been embroiled in the Cambridge Analytica scandal, which bore allegations on the 2016 US elections, Zuckerberg introduced Meta and the metaverse to rebrand and further explore what people can do in the digital space while also establishing his stance against misinformation. These are just some of the most prominent startup icons from Silicon Valley who have made a difference across the globe. Studying their processes and business models can inspire future visionaries and further define how consumers communicate with startups or prefer certain lifestyles. These tech pioneers certainly paved a yellow brick road toward modern entrepreneurship without compromising their pure passions, the same passions that fueled their businesses and skyrocketed them to success. And, as Silicon Valley continues its culture of innovation, we can only expect more breakthroughs in tech, thanks to these game-changing startups.